What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well and having a great day. Now, I've got some news today regarding the Resident Evil 3 remake, and it comes from a site called GameRant.com, and this is his statement, which I thought I would read to you. So, this is the explanation of why a gameplay trailer for Resident Evil 3 could be released soon, in his words. And it says, "It is without a doubt that Capcom's Resident Evil 3 remake is one of the most highly anticipated titles to release this year. Ever since its initial announcement during Sony's State of Play presentation last year, Resident Evil fans have been eagerly awaiting to see gameplay footage of the upcoming remake and get a glimpse of Jill Valentine's escape from the Nemesis. As of the moment, Capcom has released 2 trailers for Resident Evil 3, which mostly showed cutscenes and reintroduced players to Jill Valentine, Carlos de Oliveira, and the terrifying Nemesis. Apart from a short gameplay footage that was shown during Capcom's special developer message, fans still haven't seen a proper showcase of the actual game and whether or not Resident Evil 3 the remake will contain new features that were not present in the 2019 remake of its predecessor. Now, looking at Resident Evil's history in releasing gameplay footage of its upcoming titles, here is the most probable window on when players can expect a new gameplay trailer for the upcoming Resident Evil 3. So, when is the game trailer for Resident Evil 3 expected to release? Well, Resident Evil has been pretty much consistent with the timing of its gameplay trailers for upcoming games, at least for its last 2 mainline entries. For 2019's Resident Evil 2, Capcom released a gameplay trailer featuring Leon and Ada 52 days before the remake's release on January the 25th. The same went for Resident Evil 7, which released 3 gameplay trailers 48 days before the game hit shelves worldwide. Now, if Capcom will follow the same pattern, then players can expect gameplay footage of Resident Evil 3 sometime between 48 to 52 days before its release date. As of the writing of this article, Resident Evil 3 Remake is 48 days away from release, which means it is already at the low end of Capcom's release pattern that was established by Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7. Unfortunately, there still hasn't been any new trailers for the remake, nor has Capcom indicated that there is one on the way. However, the likeliest possibility here is that Capcom is planning to launch the long-awaited gameplay footage for Resident Evil 3 Remake, which may release sometime next week between the 17th of February and the 21st of February, or 30 days before the game's scheduled launch at the very least. As always, players should be mindful that the aforementioned release window is just speculation based on Capcom's release pattern of gameplay trailers. So regarding the Resident Evil 3 gameplay trailers, a little bit more information that says the past 2 trailers of Resident Evil 3 Remake gave fans tons of information already about what to expect in the upcoming game. It's already been revealed that Resident Evil 3 will be more action orientated than Resident Evil 2, which is not at all surprising given that the same treatment was given to the original versions of those games. Previous trailers also gave an in-depth look at Nemesis and just how much the Tyrant will be scarier than the featured Resident Evil 2's Mr. X. Now, at the very least, it would be nice to get a confirmation on whether the dodge mechanic from the original game will be carried over to the upcoming remake. Given that Jill will be battling a faster and stronger Nemesis, having the ability to dodge would be an essential feature that will also add flavour to the gameplay and will be a perfect homage to the classic 1999 game. Furthermore, it would be interesting to see whether the remake of Resident Evil 3 will show more of Raccoon City and will allow players to explore new locations that were not present in the original game. It is worth remembering that Resident Evil 2, the remake, introduced a new location called the Orphanage, where Sherry Birkin was held captive by the police chief Brian Irons. Given this, it is more likely that Resident Evil 3 Remake will introduce new locations for players to explore, especially since Capcom already confirmed that minor characters in the game will be given an expanded role. So, how about a playable Resident Evil 3 demo? The answer to that is currently unknown. Whether Capcom is planning to release a demo for Resident Evil 3, the remake. However, looking again at Capcom's history, the Japanese developer and publisher did release playable demos for both Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7, which makes it more likely that the same treatment will be given in Resident Evil 3. As to when this demo is expected to release, it's hard to tell given that the demo itself is still unconfirmed. However, since Resident Evil 7's demo came out the 47 days before release, and Resident Evil 2's demo was 14 days prior to launch, it is likely that the Resident Evil 3 demo will follow suit, and its demonstration, if there is going to be one, should launch sometime in between. And to end, it just tells you, furthermore, it would be interesting to see how Capcom will approach a playable demo for the Resident Evil 3 remake. In the demo release for Resident Evil 7, players were able to witness the disappearance of a news crew which gave players vital information on unlocking a hidden passage in the main game. For the demo of Resident Evil 2, which has been played by over 2.3 million people, players were given a strict 30-minute limit to explore the police raccoon department and learn about the station's revamped layout. Although it's pretty hard to tell how a demo for Resident Evil 3 will play out, it's possible it will be similar to the format of Resident Evil 2 and will allow players to play as Jill and explore Raccoon City also on a 30-minute time limit, which is more than enough to get players even more hyped when the game releases in April. So Resident Evil 3 is scheduled to release on April 3rd, 2020 for the PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So there you have all the information on the upcoming Resident Evil 3, the remake. Also, just a little heads up on the initial release of Resident Evil 3, if you have pre-ordered, you will get the downloadable content included with the game, which is called Resistance, which is like an online survival game. So that's a good little bonus to be thrown in as well. Now, that's the end of the video. So I just wanted to bring that information to you. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. Don't forget to let me know in the comments box what you're really looking forward to, what motivates you to buy Resident Evil 3 if you're a fan of the franchise, and what you're really looking forward to as well with this upcoming new remake of Resident Evil 3. So, I'm going to leave the video there. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on